cancel culture is big.
Yes.
Right? So I know you got to be something you got to be wary of. You know?
Yes, absolutely.
Now I'm gonna come back to it, right? I know recently you just saw, maybe you didn't see, but I had put a post up. So Darius McCrary, Sydney Star.
Yeah.
You see the pictures. Yeah. Darius came out and said that no, we're not dating. Sydney Star is a trans woman, black, right? So he came out and said we're not dating, but they took some mighty sexy photos together. You know what I'm saying? Which was a little, it's like, whoa. But you know, if you're into that, then you're into that. You know what I'm saying? You know, like Malik Yoba, Mr. C, or something. You know. C looks like Malik Yoba a little bit. That's a little bit.
Say that shit, man. He's trying to get going. Come on with your shit, man.
So I'm like, okay. I think obviously this is some type of publicity stunt, right? Now I'm thinking to myself, is he just trying to ride off of the backlash that Dave Chappelle got for all the trans phobic jokes or anything like that? And now in your business, is that type of publicity stunt something that you would like endorse or tell an up and coming artist to do if you need to get buzz or get their name out there or anything like that?
I wouldn't. I would hope that the talent, that the songs, that the music, that what you're doing is enough to get you out. I disagree with you. I don't necessarily think it was a publicity stunt.
You think it was legitimate?
I think it was legitimate and then it got out. And I think it probably got out because someone was noticing the Dave Chappelle stuff. But I don't necessarily think it was a publicity stunt because he wouldn't have had his TV mama, you know, corroborating with him.
Right, yeah,
saying, no, that was weird.
Whatever that was, yeah.
That was weird.
They was in oxtails or whatever.
Yeah, saying, no, this is wrong. Steve! Like, but no, I wouldn't tell artists that. Like, especially if they're starting out, like hopefully their music and who they are is enough to get them.
That's what it's supposed to be.
To a certain level. I wouldn't necessarily say go date this person or go do this stunt. And real, I mean, you know, you look at the artists that are successful or in this era, right? The Lil Babies of the world or Dirks or, you know, even let's go R&B, we can go Her, we can go you know, I don't want to put him up there, like Giveon's, like there are different people who are successful without gimmicks. You know what I mean? They are who they are. And it's not necessarily a gimmick-led thing. Like again, the people that have to do that, you know,
here today,
Darius McCrary, like, you know, and he wins
exactly
because that was in '92. But like, that's not something that, you know, people who are really popular, really doing it, who connect with their artists, connect with their fans, have to do.
Now you said the baby. That's funny because I was thinking about him too, in all this. Little baby. I'm sorry. There's a difference. You gotta know. But now my question to you is, since that you work so closely with artists, if you have an artist that's having like a baby moment,
Yep.
what is? Because we're not on the inside. What's the protocol? How do you try to counteract?
You cancel. You call your PR firm immediately. PR has to jump in, and y'all have to have it's PR, it's management. It was a festival, so I would get one of the festival organizers. I would just have a team of people that we could all sit there and discuss what are the best routes. I would have PR leading it, just because they have the most experience, but management steps in and really cultivate what is that statement or statements or what he has to say. I feel like they handled that completely wrong. Like that whole thing was handled completely wrong. However, I also feel like it's so interesting, like with certain demographics or certain groups, how people can get canceled immediately. Mm-hmm. But if I, you know, said nigga, 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 black people, black nigga, 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 who cares? It's just fun. It's black people. I'm black. I can say whatever I want. And I think that part of it is unfair. I think that part of it continues to play into, you know, the fact that we are clearly the most disenfranchised group, you know, still on this fucking, you know what I'm saying, in this fucking country, you know, probably on this planet. And so we have to, that part of it bothers me, but to answer your question, see, I'm getting into more stuff, but to answer your question, yeah, you have to have a few key people around to make sure that, you know.
So to piggyback on that, it's obviously much more difficult, but what's your plan of attack if the person that you're trying to help change around is adamant in their stance and not even willing to take the stance that the people paid to manage his persona aren't advising him to do.
So at that point, it becomes more save your ass, save your own ass. And it's
Okay.
like, I'm going to write you an email. This is what I recommend. I understand that you don't want to go in this direction,
Right.
but this is what we recommend,
Right.
so that people know, like, hey, we let him know how we want him to handle it. He or she know how we want him to handle this, and they're handling it a different way. And so, if you can't get through to the artist, you can't get through to the artist.
Right.
It is what it is.